Hello there, Grim Nation. Welcome to the show. I hope this post is reaching you well. I hope I get it out on time. Anyways, you guys, you ever been to a psych ward? I have. They're not fun. It's not vacation. It's kind of hell on earth. And to kind of commemorate to that thought, here are 3 not so horror stories about psych wards. And one that's kind of a true story I found. I did a lot of research into this story, and holy shit, this kid. Alright. Well, guys, let's begin into the descent of madness. Number 1. I worked in the dietary section for a mental hospital in Philadelphia. Sometimes I took the bus with people going to admit themselves. The most contact we had with the patients were the eating disorder patients. I watched a 6'6" anorexic man confined to a wheelchair cry and throw a fit because of onions on his salad. Some girl used to hide her food and vomit in the toilet tank. I think the funniest, craziest thing was one of the teenagers in the young adult unit fucked a sandwich, whipped his dick out, and fucked the roll. He had no expression either, not laughing or smiling. Kinda creeped me out. Number 2. I don't work at a mental hospital, but I spent 4 months in one. I shouldn't have laughed, but when I was in there, one of the kids would draw a face on the wall and have intense conversations that always ended in him making out with the wall. Another kid would flip his shit randomly, so the workers would put him in his room to calm down. A few hours later, they would go to check in on him. As soon as he opened the door, he would start throwing everything he could find. One day, he ripped a tile out of the floor and knocked a nurse out with it. Number 3. I worked for a group home of adult schizophrenics. There was 8 to 10 of them at a time. One was a 68-year-old man who was committed since the age of 11 and had no outside contact over those years. We got him out of the hospital and he lived in a group home, but had a major psychosis and visuals. Wouldn't do his business in the toilet, so he had Pampers. One day we were on a field trip in the state park, complete with dozens of happy families. I take my eye off the older clinic. I take my eye off the older client, and the next thing I know, he's taking a shit on a picnic blanket 2 feet away from the people who were using it. Their faces were of pure horror. But I had an immense amount of joy since this was the first time he had actually shit outside of his pants. The picnickers were pissed that we had a mini celebration from that, and from then on he used the restroom. My apologies to those poor bastards who witnessed an adult taking a crap on their blanket while mumbling about spaceships and werewolves. Number 4. I used to be in and out of hospitals, mental hospitals, sorts like that. And that won't give me much credibility, as the reason I was there was because my stepmom was also my bully. I will never understand why she hated me so much. She would hit me and abuse me mentally and emotionally, to the point of where the only chance I thought I had to get out of this was to die. Of course, she manipulated my own dad against me. He thought I was a loon. Crazy. Anyways, one day she caught me stealing from Target for some stupid reason I can't remember. And the next day I was trying to bring the stolen items to school. She catches me with the items, and she takes them and my backpack to her little office. And when the bus is here, she came out with it and gave it to me. And I think, well, she's just making sure I didn't put any more Legos in there. I was never more wrong. I begin to move on with my day, and PE rolls around. I'm called down to the office to find my enslaver in my assistant principal's office, grinning from ear to ear. When she does, I want to punch that bitch in the face so badly. It's the same one she used to wear when she beat the living shit out of me. They sit me down and explain that my stepmother's personal letter opener, which has never left its secret spot, even I don't know where that is, and I know where almost everything is in that house. They told me it had basically magically ended up in my backpack. Oh, what joy that fucking pig must have had. She'd been trying to admit me to the hospital for 3 months, making that my third time there. I hated her more for sending me back to that place. Things that went down there. It wasn't bad as most places, but speak your opinion, and if it doesn't agree with theirs, they would lock you up in the silence room. It was so quiet over there. I can remember once this one girl called a nurse a bitch, so he slammed her and gave her a shot. She went to the quiet room. I didn't see her till my exit day. My step bitch loved that I went through that shit every day for 6 weeks straight. I lost a girlfriend. I really, really liked her, and some friends here and there because they thought I was crazy. And to this day, she still finds ways to ruin my life. I haven't been able to go back to a hospital, thank God, but she really messed me up. I don't know what else to say. This is the end of my story. Well, guys, whoa, 4 crazy ass stories, and it only took 7 minutes to do. That's incredible. Be sure to like and subscribe for more upcoming content that'll be coming soon. And also be sure to check out my Shadow of Mordor and the Walking Dead series on my gaming channel, Grim Gamer. Be sure to check out my main channel, as it has updates on what the other channels are going to be doing, as well as random ass bullshit. My postings for all 4 of my channels will be on Saturdays and Sundays, and maybe Friday nights. Maybe Friday nights if we get lucky. Of course, I don't have any music posted up, but as soon as I do, I will let you guys know. Thank you very much for listening in, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.